Hello. I've done this video material many times before, but it's like it's always dark in my videos. Let's do something. How much light? There's a lot of light out. Okay, I made this video format before, a couple times over. I guess it's still not perfected because I'm gonna make a part 3 of it. As a disclaimer, I'll smoke cigarettes, I'll cuss, fuck you asshole, son of a bitch motherfucker, and I'll make fun of your religion. I'm not out to assassinate any character. I'm out to ridicule, mock, and make a parody of your belief system. I'm not out to smash you. I'm out to smash your belief system. So, who's my lovely cherry picker? I do not endorse this book or advocate the use of words of this book. I'm an atheist. I use this book as a weapon against itself. It's all evil. It's all lies. I'm capital N-O-T. I'm not a pastor. I'm an activist against this evil, despicable book. Who's my lovely cherry picker? Who's my lovely cherry picker? It's like most of the Christians I know had lovely cherry pickers in the Old Testament when they say the Old Testament does not count. And I'm going to look at your Facebook status about how you say 127 of Psalms 3-5. Little children of the heritage, O Lord, the fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but speak with the enemies at the gate. Boo! As arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Psalm 64:7. Not there yet. Big book, a lot of flipping. A lot of pages, this book. 64:7. But God shall shoot them with arrows, and suddenly they'll fall wounded. If children are like arrows, and then you say, God will shoot them with arrows, and they will all fall down wounded. 64:7 of Psalms. Psalm 127, verses 3-5. The children of the heritage of the Lord, the fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak the enemies at the gate. Jeremiah, where Jeremiah 50? Jeremiah 50. 50, Jeremiah 50. verses 9 through 10. For lo, I will raise and cause up all against Babylon and the assembly of the great nations from the north country, and they shall set themselves array against her. From thence she shall be taken. Their arrows, they pierce me. Arrows. What about the arrows? Shall be as mighty expert man, none shall remain in vain. Arrows pierce through the heart, none shall remain in vain. Children of the heritage of the Lord. Children of the heritage of the Lord. Psalm 127, verses 3 to 5. Lo, children of the heritage of the Lord, the fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Happy is the man that has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but speak with the enemies in the gate. Damn notifications on my phone will fake you. There are notifications of other live videos, but I'm in mine. So, the children of the heritage of the Lord, the fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but will speak the enemies at the gate. Job 6:4. For the arrows of the Almighty are within me. The poison whereof drinketh up my spirit. The terrors of God are set array against me. That means your God is a terrorist. He says the terrors of God are set array against me in Job 6:4. The terrors of God, Job 6:4. The children are the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Blessed is the man who has a quiver full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but speak with the enemies at the gate. Genesis 35, verse 5. Passed it way the fuck up. 35 of Genesis. Are the answers in Genesis? I want to ask you, are the answers in Genesis? Are they? 35:5. And they journeyed, and the terror of God was around about the cities. Around about them. The terror of God was around about the cities. All the cities around about them. The terror of God, he said. He said the terror of God. I'm a terror of God. He says he's a terrorist. The terror of God was all around about all the cities in Genesis 35:5. Deuteronomy 4:34. Deuteronomy 4:34. No, fucker. 4:34. Or hath God said to go to take him to the nation in the midst of another nation, by temptations, by signs, and by wonders, and by war, and by a mighty hand, and by a stretched out arm, and by the great terrors of your Lord. He says those are great terrors. A great terrors according to all that the Lord your God did for you in Egypt before your eyes. It was a great terror. The children of the heritage of the Lord. Blessed is the fruit of the womb. Children of the heritage of the Lord. Psalm 127. Three to 5. No, children of the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of a mighty man. So are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak to the enemies of the gate. Psalm 77, 17. (77) 17. The clouds poured out water, the skies sent out a sound, and thine arrows also went abroad. The voice of thy thunder was in the heaven, and the lightnings lightened the world, and the earth trembled and shook. Boo! I sent my magical spiritual arrows out, and it's going to make the earth tremble and shake. No children, the heritage of the Lord. Blessed is the fruit of the womb. His hairs are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Blessed is the man who has a quiver full of them arrows, which means children. Psalm 127. Psalm 127. 3 to 5. No children of the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man. So are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies at the gate. Psalm 137, verse 9. Happy is he who seizes your infants and dashes them against the rocks. 137, 9. No children of the heritage of the Lord. Happy is the one who sees your infants and dashes them against the rocks. Blessed is the man who has a quiver full of them. Happy is he who seizes your infants and dashes them against the rocks. He shall not be ashamed, but he shall speak with the enemies at the gate. Happy is the one who seizes your infants and dashes them against the rocks. Psalm 127, verses 3 to 5. The children are the heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows in their hands, the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak the enemies at the gate. Ezekiel 5. Ezekiel 5, 11 through 17. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 dead. 3/3 dead. Ezekiel 5, 11 through 17. Wherefore, as I live, saith the Lord God, as I live, isn't he eternal? Doesn't he always live? As I live, saith the Lord. How many fucking times throughout the Bible do you have to say, as I live? What? Is there a question about your living? As I live, saith the Lord God. Surely because thou hast defiled my sanctuary with all thy detestable things, and with all thy abominations, therefore I will diminish thee. Neither shall my eyes spare, neither shall I pity. A third part, 1/3 of the population is a death sentence. It's a third part of these shall die with pestilence and famine, and they shall be consumed in the midst of thee, and a third part shall fall by the sword about thee. And I will scatter the third part in all the winds, and I will draw out the sword after them. He vows to kill 3/3 of everybody. Thus shall my anger be accomplished. My anger is accomplished. And I will cause my fury to rest upon them. And I will be comforted. My fury and anger against them. And then I'll be comforted. And they shall know that I, the Lord, have spoken it with my zeal. Anger, fury, brr! Did you know I've spoken it with my zeal? When I have accomplished my fury in them, I accomplish my fury. Them. That means other people, other than my special selective jack-off crowd that I have. Moreover, I'll make thee a waste and a reproach among the nations. Ha 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 ha. You're a fucking failure. You're a reproach. Ha! I taunt you and make fun of you and shit on you. So it shall be a reproach and a taunt. Moreover, I'll make you a waste and a reproach among the nations that are round about thee, in the sight of all that pass by. Ha ha ha. Everyone pass by. Ha ha ha. That kind of reproach. So it shall be a reproach, a taunt, as an instruction, astonishment of the nations that are round about thee. When I shall execute judgment in the anger and fury and furious rebukes, and I, the Lord, have spoken it. Your God is a terrorist. I don't like him. Rah, rah, rah. When I shall send upon them evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, in which I will send to destroy you. Evil arrows, destroy you, destruction. And I will increase the famine upon you, and I will break the staff of your bread. Okay, technically supposed to have 3/3 killed already. So I'll send upon a famine an evil beast, and they shall bereave thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee, and I will bring the sword upon thee. I have the Lord spoken this. the last verse is he's got to clean up because he said he's going to do 3/3 dead, but the last verse says he's going to send famine because, hey, maybe there's survivors. It wasn't really 3/3. And evil beasts will be sent out because maybe you're going to find a survivor to chop up and shit like that. And they shall breathe thee, and pestilence and blood shall pass through thee. I will bring the sword upon thee. Didn't he say there's already 3/3 dead? But he's going out to hack the survivors if there are any, you know. So your God is a terrorist. He wants to kill everybody. 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 dead. Ezekiel 5:11-17. No. Yeah. Okay, now, lo, children, the heritage of the Lord. Blessed the fruit of the womb. That 127, 3-5. Lo, children, the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man. So are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but speak with the enemies at the gate. Hosea chapter 9, verse 11 through whatever. As for Ephraim, their glory heads shall fly away like the bird from the birth and from the womb and from the conception. Though they bring up the children, yet they will bereave them. Bereave them. What's that mean? What's that mean? Are they going to live? Bereave them. That there shall not be a man left. Yeah. Woe also unto them that depart from them. Ephraim, as I saw, as Tyrus is planted in a pleasant place. But Ephraim shall bring forth his children to a murderer. Ephraim shall bring his children to a murderer. Who's the murderer? Who is the murderer? Is it the Bible God? I think so. I think it really is. It's this shit. It's supposed to be the word of God. He says, I'm going to bring the children to a murderer. Give them, O Lord. What shall you give them? Miscarrying womb. Baby dies in their miscarry. Eats. Nothing's a miscarriage. It's a fucking abortion. God did it. He says, I'm going to give you a miscarrying womb. That means he aborted. He aborted it in you. Give them, O Lord. What will you give them? Give them a miscarrying womb and dry breast. Hey, you can't even nurse. You got dry milk in there. You don't have no milk. It's dry breast. Other wickednesses in Gilgal, for I hateth them there for the wickedness of their doings. I will drive them out of my house, and I will love them no more. 9:15. Ephraim is smitten, their root is dried up, they shall bear no fruit. You're not going to have no fucking kids. Yet though they bring forth, yet I will slay even. He says, even if you bring forth, I will slay even the beloved fruit of your womb. (16 of 9). Hosea. My God will cast them away. Get out of here. Because they did not hearken unto him. I did not listen to that fucking Lord. Fuck you. Okay. So, no, children inherit your Lord. Psalm 127, verse 3 to 5. Lo, children, the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. As arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so was the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies at the gate. Lamentations. Where's Lamentations? Before Jeremiah? It's after Ezekiel or somewhere around there. No, it's after Jeremiah. It's before Ezekiel. Lamentations 2:22. Thou hast called in a solemn day my terrors around about thee. I called a solemn day, and then it's the terrors around about thee. I say, terrorist. God is a terrorist. He says he's a terrorist. He says he's a terrorist. Lamentations 2:22. Thou hast called in the solemn day my terrors around about, so that in the day of the Lord's anger, none escaped nor remained. There's no fucking survivors. My terrors and anger, there's no survivors. There's none left. Those that I have swaddled and brought up have my enemies consumed. My enemies consumed. What does that mean? That the righteous were slain away too? 3:1 of Lamentations. I am the man that have seen afflictions by the rod of his wrath. Verse 2, Lamentations 3. He hath led me and brought me into darkness, but not in the light. Surely against me is turned. Surely against me. He says he's surely against me. 3:3 of Lamentations. And he is turned. He turneth his hand against me all day. My flesh and my skin have made old. He hath broken my bones. He hath builded against me, compassed me with gall and travail. He hath sent me in the dark place as they be that they that be dead of old. They that be dead of old. He wants you dead. We left off with Lamentations 3:6. Psalm 127. 3:5. No children, the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man. So is the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but speak the enemies at the gate. Habakkuk 3. Habakkuk 3. Habakkuk 3. Habakkuk 3. Okay, it's gonna be a little tricky thing to find Habakkuk. It's a short book somewhere. Let's go to Amos 3:6 before we go to Habakkuk. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord had not done it? If there's an evil in the city, the Lord has done it. Amos 3:6. I'm still looking for Habakkuk 3, I guess. Habakkuk 3, 11 through 12. The sun and the moon stood still in their habitations. Sun and the moon stood still. That really happened? They didn't spin or anything. They didn't shine or they didn't do anything. They just stood still. They're dormant. The sun and the moon stood still. Bullshit. Habakkuk 3:11. At the light of thine arrows they went, at the shining of the glittering spear. Arrows and glittering spear. Thou didst march through the land of indignation, thou hast did thrust the heat in his anger. Thou went forth in thy salvation of thy people, even the salvation of thy anointed, thou wonder head of the house of the wicked. Thy discovering of the foundations unto the neck. Selah. Woo! Psalm 127. Three to 5. No children, the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man. So are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has ever full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but shall speak with the enemies at the gate. Hosea chapter 13, verse 16. No, actually, let's go 13:8 of Hosea. I will meet them as a bear that is bereaved of her whelps, and I will rend the call of their herd. And there I will devour them like a lion, and the beast shall tear them up. Remember the Ezekiel 5:17, where he says, he'll send these evil beasts to tear them up? Well, the same thing happens here. 13:8 of Hosea. 13:16 of Hosea. Samaria shall become desolate, for she hath rebelled against her God. They shall fall by the sword, and their infants shall be dashed into pieces, and their women with child shall be ripped open. All your infants, bashed up, and the pregnant women with child be ripped open. The children of the heritage of the Lord. Bless the fruit of the womb. All that shit. Hosea chapter 10, verse 14. Therefore a tumult shall arise among thy people, and all thy fortresses shall be spoiled. Shalman spoiled Beth Arbel in the day of battle. Their mothers were dashed into pieces against the children. Can you imagine? Smashed taking a hold of them, smashing them fucking together to fucking pieces. Mothers and children dashed to pieces. Jeremiah 13. (13) 14. And I will dash them one against another, even the fathers and the sons together slash. Saith the Lord, I will not pity nor spare nor have mercy, but destroy them. Fathers and sons, smash them together into pieces, and I'm out to destroy them. I'm a destroyer, says your God. I destroy you, mothers and children, fathers and children, smashed together into fucking pieces. But Psalm 127. 3 to 5. Love children and the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. His arrows are in the hands of the mighty man. So are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but speak of the enemies at the gate. Okay. No children of the heritage of the Lord. The fruit of the womb is his reward. As the arrows are in the hands of the mighty man, so are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but speak to the enemies at the gate. Psalm 144, verse 6. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shoot them with arrows and destroy them. Cast forth lightning and scatter them. Shot out thine arrows to destroy them. Destroy them. Arrows. Destroy them. Arrows. Destroy them and arrows. I sent out evil arrows to destroy you. And when that didn't work, I sent out evil beasts to bereave thee and to consume thee. I had some kind of major concern that maybe not all 3/3 were dead. And there's still some remaining survivors in Ezekiel 5:11 through 17 that I'm about to say 1/3, 2/3, 3/3 dead. But when the last verse of Ezekiel 5 says, maybe I should send out pestilence and famine, and then I'm going to send out evil beasts to bereave thee and to tear you apart. And if 3/3 died at that incident, how come we have people right now? How come we all lived on? Someone survived. Okay. Psalm 127, verses 3 to 5. No children of the heritage of the Lord, for the womb is his reward. His arrows in the hands of the mighty man. So are the children of his youth. Happy is the man who has a quiver full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but speak with enemies to the cave. Psalm 21. One. Seven onward. For the king trusteth in the Lord through the mercy of the Most High. He shall not be moved. Thine hand shall find out thy enemies that. Thine hand shall find out my enemies. Thy right hand shall find out those who hate me. Thou shalt make them as a fiery oven in thine anger. The Lord shall swallow them up in his wrath, and the fire shall devour them. Children of the heritage of the Lord. But I'll make them as a fiery oven in the time of my anger. Swallow them up in my wrath, and it will destroy them. Their fruit shalt thou destroy from the earth, and their seed from among the children of man. The seed from the children of men, I'm going to destroy everything. And that seed from the children of men, oh wow, didn't work. Because he imports everyone. For they intended evil against thee. Well, why not? They imagine mischievous devices which they are not able to perform. Therefore, thou shalt make them turn their back, when thou shalt make ready thine arrows upon the strings in the face of them. Be thou exalted, Lord, in thine own strength, and sing praises of thy power, and shooting them with arrows. For their destruction, send evil beasts out against you, and shit like that. Lo, children of the heritage of the Lord, bless the fruit of the womb, bless the fruit of the womb. Psalm 58, 7 through 10. Your God is a terrorist. Let them melt away as the waters which run continually when he bendeth his bow and shooteth his arrows, and let them all be as cut as pieces. Okay, you could dump your religion.